Headmaster Dr. McEwen, Deputy Headmaster Mr. Davies, invited guests, staff, and my mates, the students of the Hutchins School. During home learning a few years ago, I logged into Morning Mentor for DGR, and every time it started with Mr. Green bellowing, "Morning, it's not a house, it's a home." Quoting and quoting from the castle is what he's known for, as well as being a little bit funny. But I now fully understand what that line means. A house is just brick and mortar, but a home is somewhere where someone feels that they belong, feels warm and comfortable to be themselves. Just like the Kerrigan family, treasuring their prime real estate home right next to an airport airstrip, they valued what the brick and the mortar provided to the family, a place to feel loved and accepted. And while we always want Hutchins to feel like a home, sometimes it doesn't. On any given day at Hutchins, there'll be someone who feels like they're not included. And it's easy to let them be invisible, but they do not always want to be that way. They want to be seen, to have someone to talk to belong. So that's why this year, our Year 12 theme is inclusion. But how does this relate to you?
Hi, my name is Ryan.
大家好，我是马老师。
My name is Valencia. And my name is Angus.
Hi, I'm Nadia.
My name's Hugh.
Hi, my name's Alice.
Ich heiße Jeremy.
My name is George.
My name's Max. I'm Jane Dutton.
Hi, my name is Alex. Inclusion means including people who are playing a game.
I think inclusion is when you let other people join in and what you do and accept others in what's happening around the world.
Inclusion to me absolutely means celebrating the differences of the people that are around you and making everybody feel like they've got a bit of an important place when they're around you as well.
When my friends are together, everyone is smiling. I think including means letting people have really much fun.
我觉得不管大家的背景是什么，都要参与其中，并且享受这一个过程。
I think inclusion is letting people have the same rights as you.
Inclusion to me is that everyone's treated equally regardless of their background, gender, religion or any differences.
Inclusion for me is not just about people feeling their belonging and that nice sense of everyone being involved, but it goes further than that. It's about being really active in terms of how that comes about.
Inclusion is when you include other people in your games. Inclusion to me means when you include someone into the tribe on the back.
Inclusion สำหรับผมคือความที่คนรับได้ว่าผมเป็นต่างชาติอะไร
Inclusion is when everyone from different cultures comes together and celebrates as one.
Inclusion is when every person in our community feels valued, safe and belong.
Inclusión para mí significa aceptando a todo el mundo, no importa la identidad.
Inclusion means to me that everyone feels welcome and equal.
Für mich bedeutet einbeziehen inklusiv sein, dass alle Menschen, wenn sie möchten, dürfen zusammen mit anderen lernen, spielen und angesehen teilen.
Where everybody is encouraged to be themselves without judgment. Inclusion is that every single person feels that they are valued, and the Year 12 group wants this to be our focus for the year. To have the courage to include someone. So a few weeks ago, I went to visit the Year 4s to talk about inclusion. We started looking at fingerprints, just to show how different we all are. The fingers mostly look the same from the outside, but every single fingerprint is so unique. It's the same as a Hutchins boy. You might look the same from the outside, but just below that uniformity is you. Rather than using someone's different pattern on their finger as a reason to exclude them, why not use them as a reason to include them? To show this to the younger boys, I wanted to make them feel what being included and excluded felt like, just for being different. Here's a little video I got. All of you that have green shoes on, green or blue shoes on, I don't want to play the game with you, so can you sit down, please?
What about me?
Oh, well, that's the way it is. If you have blonde hair, I'm not a massive fan of blonde hair, so I don't like people that have siblings. So I don't want you to play if you have a sibling.
Then you should sit down because you have siblings.
Oh, no, I can have siblings, but I don't want people to play.
Could they be half brothers?
Nah, sorry, you can sit down.
Have you got one?
It looks like we have 2 people to play my awesome game.
What? I'm standing. Can we please include some other people? Yeah.
And if you heard that at the end, he was saying, can we please include some other people? The courage to say that. So when breaking it down and simplifying what excluding looked like to the younger boys, they could clearly highlight what was happening wasn't right. But is this something that we lose when we get older? Does peer pressure or what other people think impact on who we include? When reflecting on going down to talk to the younger boys, it made me wonder where we've gone wrong. Why do bigger picture issues such as race, gender, sexuality become any different than having a pair of green shoes or whether you like burritos or not? Why are those differences such a common reason why people are excluded? Everyone has differences, but why does society make them disadvantaged by them? Going up to the farm to cut wood and load onto the trailer used to be a regular occurrence. Being a family of 7, we ought to chip in for a job like this. My little sister, extremely limited what she could carry, all the way up to Dad, who would always try to outdo us to prove he was still in his prime. Fact is, we all contribute differently to the task, each finding our own technique that worked for us. And any help, big or small, helped us thrive to get the job done more quickly. We all have a different fingerprint. We touch things with our individual fingers prints differently from each other. Some contribute more, some less. But each individual different hand picking up and loading wood onto the trailer is needed. An organisation that thrives on helping people build resilience and a sense of community is RecLink. It helps disadvantaged and socially excluded Australians to create socially inclusive, life-changing opportunities. More than 200,000 participants engage with RecLink in sport, recreational and art programs, and many of them are here in Tasmania. Their focus is to create a pathway to improved health and well-being, education and employment outcomes for all participants. And at its core is inclusion. We're honoured to already have built a relationship with RecLink this year, and it's with great excitement I now announce them as our Year 12 charity for 2022. Our society thrives in many different ways. In thinking about how society thrives, I looked up what makes a community operate, and it's the people. It's not just one person, but everyone. Our individuals, teams, and environments thrive with the involvement of people and the more unique and different interests and capabilities. A bit like my little sister, only carrying not much more than a twig to the trailer, the more input, the better. And now I know that in 5 years' time, you're not going to remember me standing up here giving a speech. You probably won't even remember what our Year 12 word is. But I hope you might look at where you are and think about a conscious decision that you made right here today to be more inclusive to others and how much your life and the others around you are richer and thriving because of it. So rather than inclusion just be simply the Year 12 word, we want it to be a part of your everyday. And it can be so simple, yet so powerful. By including someone in an activity or conversation, you can make them feel seen and not invisible so that they feel like they do belong. Thank you.